But it's not really fighting because you can get points for making. She's just spinning in a circle. She's just. How is it going, guys? My name is Mr. OnesieBanette, and welcome back to yet another episode of Pokemon Academy Life Forever, the Week 8 update. So, last episode was interesting. We had a lot of new scenes, a lot of new dialogue to cover, and we've woken up this morning to a very, very concerned-looking yellow. She is kind of glaring at me, and that doesn't make for a good sign. So, without further ado, let's get back into it. Morning, Yell. Morning. Do something new with your hair? Blue never notices. Okay. Noticed you and Ethan weren't there for the game night last night. That's 2 weeks we've missed it, right? Huh. Maybe Blue and Leaf actually do have something in common. Yes, I went to bed early. I was watching a coordinator club meeting. It went a bit long, and I didn't want to risk leaving while Lissy was training the coordinators, in case she thought I was one trying to escape. I was one. What? I didn't want to risk leaving while Lissy was training the coordinators in case she thought I was one trying to escape. Okay. Tough to... like, some of this is kind of hard to kind of get my eyes around. Like, I don't know why, but some of the language, even though it's perfectly fine, it can be very difficult to sort of pass through my mental. I heard she can get pretty intense. But I didn't know you were interested in coordinating. I'm not really. I was just looking for something to do. Normally I spend my evenings with Blue, but since we weren't talking, well, I wandered all over the school until I found the coordinators. Think you might try out? No, definitely not. They're all so pretty and graceful and confident, I wouldn't last a second in the ring with them. Besides, the outfits the coordinators wear, they're a bit much for me. Hey, never know until you try. So the Coordinator Club holds its meetings on Mondays? Not usually, but Lissy has been holding a lot of extra meetings. There's a big contest coming up, and Lissy wants to make sure the Coordinator Club puts on the best show they can. The contest was called the... I think it was called the Millennium Drop Water Festival Contest. A bit of a mouthful. Yeah, they just called it the Millennium Drop. Might be fun to watch. If you want, you can attend a Coordinator Club meeting. Lissy holds them almost every other day. If there's not one today, there should be tomorrow. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Not with you! Don't worry, I'm not going to make you participate in a contest, buddy. Well, unless you want to, I guess. Who knows? I always said I was going to be a Pokemon champion. Never specified what kind. Maybe I'm going to be a contest champion. Don't you laugh at me, Flobberdosh! You didn't have to laugh at me, Flobberdosh. I read this thing's mind. Homeroom passes quickly, with Oak seeming serious and focused, hinting that the quiz coming on Thursday will involve the effects of terrains. The only hiccup is Melody, who abruptly leaves 20 minutes before the end of class. Old Man Oak's lips tighten, but he otherwise doesn't react. Roxanne said no one can touch Melody. Does Old Man Oak already know that, or has he not tried yet? Well, at least she was wearing her uniform this time. Which I didn't get to see. Right, it's dark or fairy? I think it's dark, right? Yeah, dark class. Hey Ethan. Alex, good to see ya. Let's get this done. General studies. I've got a lot of respect for bug-type Pokemon. Sure, their stats and defenses aren't very high, but like I've always said, stats aren't everything. Bug-type Pokemon rely on other tricks to win. Stat boosts, status moves, entry hazards. They fight dirty. And I mean that as a compliment. Then there's bug-type trainers. They're not like fire or ice trainers, passively following an easy road to power. They're fanatics. They've heard all the worst type talk and doubled down. They've honed their strengths to a razor's edge. Plus, bugs are strong against dark types. Like knows like, I suppose. Of course they're beatable. Every dark type should have at least one of bugs' many weaknesses. But you should take them as seriously as they take you. That's the thing about underdogs, they never get complacent. Klara keeps a straight face when asked if Bug intimidates her. He doesn't intimidate me, let's say that much. Dark proficiency is 18.25. We love that. We love that a lot. Which is why it's important to practice your ability to determine a Pokemon's age at a glance. If you can't tell how much experience a Pokemon has, you can figure out... If you can tell how much experience a Pokemon has, you can figure out how hard a Pokemon will fight. But if you know how experienced the Pokemon is, you can figure out how it'll fight, which might be more important. Why are you concerned? Brandon, what's that sad face for? Oh, it's nothing big. I just, sorry, I don't want to disrupt or slow down the class or anything, but I'm really not getting this. State your concerns. Sure, I just don't get how knowing a Pokemon's age helps us know how it'll fight. Sorry, I get that's the most basic part of what you're trying to explain. Totally fine. I'm sure lots of other people would appreciate a further explanation too. Agree. Yeah, I know I would. You hear a few murmurs of assent. Yeah. I know you're just saying that, but thanks. Think back to my battle with Bruno last Friday. Did you notice anything in particular about how he fought? Yeah, Instructor Bruno moved around the battlefield a lot more, and he used his Pokemon's type advantage against you and Alex. But you just kinda stood there and sent out really powerful moves. That's exactly right. And Pokemon are the same way. Younger Pokemon usually attack more quickly, and are less careful about spending their energy. Older Pokemon often prefer to line up precise, powerful attacks that are guaranteed to hit. These preferred battle style preferences are often categorized in groups called natures. Of course, there's many other factors besides age. Personality is a significant one, but even personality often changes with age. Anyway, does that help, Brendan? Totally. But, I got another question, though. That's what we're here for. How do we figure out the ages of Pokemon? Like, they all look the same, don't they? Not necessarily. It takes an experienced eye, though. Not even Pokédexes are accurate enough to determine age at a glance. A lot of what you'll want to look for are the same sorts of things you'd look for in human beings. Size is an indicator, graying plumage or fur is another significant one. Scratching or chipping on teeth, horns or scales. Oh, and for you Charmander fans out there, a lot of Fire-type Pokemon have exposed flames. On younger Pokemon, the flames tend to be larger and redder. Older Pokemon have yellower, smaller flames. Bug Pokemon don't tend to live that long, 10 to 30 years depending on size. There are exceptions, like Volcarona, which can easily live longer than humans. They don't always, though. Most mid-sized mammalian Pokemon, like Herdier or Raichu, live somewhere 30 to 50 years. Dragons can hit 100, often more. These are just generalizations, of course, and it's worth noting that an unevolved Pokemon might be very old, or an evolved Pokemon may be very young. Experience, capital E, is a measure of their ability to use Pokemon energy. Poke energy, not life experience. Only thing that can measure that is a calendar. Uh-huh. Okay. Does the lifespan of a Pokemon change when it evolves then? Like you said, Raichu could live 30 to 50 years. What about Pichu? A friend told me Pichu evolves into Pikachu, then Raichu. But like, Pichu's way smaller, right? Does that mean evolving lets it live longer? Good thinking. Evolution does not seem to change the lifespan of a Pokemon though. Even a Bagon, for example, could live over 100 years if it never evolves. Thanks, sir. That really helps a ton. Of course, there are some Pokemon where a visual assessment is simply not possible. Many Ghost types do not ever visually change, nor do they age. Some Steel types are similarly visually unchanging, though they do age. In cases like those, your best bet your best bet might really just be size. Almost all Pokemon get bigger with age, even if they don't age. That's wild. Why do they get bigger then if they don't age? Beats me. One of the professors probably knows. Alder, we know this. It's because unaging Pokemon's maturity is connecting to their accumulation of Pokemon energy. Since they are gathering more energy, it affects their physical body too. Many martial artists and Pokemon train to allow their energy to influence their body, but for some Pokemon, it's a condition of their birth. Oh yeah, I think I heard about that once. Wasn't there some massive haunter causing trouble in Kanto? It was like hundreds of years old, right? Black fog settled on City's darkest hour. Fortunately, the Pokemon was captured, retrained, and released. Huh? How'd they catch us? Massive Pokeball. Come again? We used a massive stone Pokeball. I have to hear the logistics of this. I cannot share that. The creation of such an artifact of immense power is a closely guarded secret. Agatha was the only one who knew exactly how it worked. Spoil sport. You got me all excited over the idea of catching an enormous... Well, frankly, I'm not sure what I'd want to catch, but the novelty of using a massive Pokeball is something I'd like to try. Like those big balls they use in Galar. Think I could Gigantamax up an entire garland of them at once? Amalok City's open, if you want to give it a fair shot. That's not a half-bad idea. Maybe I'll do that. I cannot begin to name the reasons why that won't work, but let's discuss that later. It's time for the battles. Fair enough. Let's call them out. Alex, your opponent today will be Calum. Okay. Good morning. Hey, how are you? Can't complain. My dorm's been extraordinarily busy recently, with May, Brendan, and Serena all preparing madly for that upcoming contest. The name escapes me. I remember it was a mouthful, though. The Millennium Drop Water Festival Contest. We learnt about it just earlier. So we got the Eon Ocean Water Gala Contest, the Century Bubble Water Feast Contest, the Decade Ripple Water Fair Contest. No. Oh yes, that was it. Exactly. Sharp mind. Well, regardless of what it's called, my roommates are quite busy. I'm rather ashamed of my comparative inaction, if I may confess such things to you. It's completely fine to just focus on your studying and training. True, but I did have plans to join the student council, and didn't have a backup plan. My own foolishness, of course. Perhaps I'm still looking for my own niche. You'll find it, man. I tried, briefly, tutoring Wally in our shared fighting elective. Thought perhaps my Kobakon calling might be as a teacher. Unfortunately, he seems uncomfortable around me. Not an ideal situation for roommates to be in. He seems rather fond of you, though. Why, half of my aborted attempt at tutelage was just my own vain attempts at teaching imitation of you. Really? How did you do that? Mostly stating his desire to be a champion and running around a lot. Running around a lot. Whee! Your understanding of Wally goes up, in a direction you're not necessarily appreciative of. On that note, is it true that you asked Wally to call you Senpai? I did not propose that name. Noted. Well, I imagine that's enough gab. Let's proceed with our battle. I'd ask you to go easy on me, but... frankly, my Flabebe has been an absolute brat recently. She requires some correction, and I'm not equipped to deliver it. Jeez, Caleb, you really need to get your Flabebe under control. You are preaching to the choir, my dear Alex. Yep, I figure. That's a level 21 Fletchinder. That's not necessarily the best thing in the world for me. What are we gonna do? Maybe we'll try and sweep again. It's faster than me. Is it faster than me? No. Aurora level 22, nice. Holucha. Okay, that needs to go away now. Flabebe. Do you live in Aurora Beam? You do. Razor Leaf. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch into Borrow. And take a Fairy Wind to the face. That was the stupidest thing I could possibly have done right there. Oh god. Okay. I'm going Blackout. I was just trying to spread some experience around there. Let's go to Chicory, I guess. No. Let's go to Ivy. I went for Wish. Okay. Draining Kiss it. Ivy leveled up and Natural Gift? Nah. The baby Phalanx. Draining Kiss it twice. Yeah, man. Easy. I was trying to get Barrow some experience, but maybe a fairy type trainer isn't the... well, fairy and fighting type trainer isn't the best idea for that. I'm going to struggle at the moment. I am going to struggle. I'm not even surprised. Well done, my friend. I want all my battles to be fun and surprising. Tragically, it appears we cannot get everything we want. Though you've a good start. On that note, thank you for your assistance in reprimanding my Flabebe. All I did was knock her out. She's going to be exactly the same once she gets her energy back. So you say, but hope springs eternal. By the way, shouldn't your Flabebe be a Floette by now? Oh, geez, sorry, did I say something wrong? I wasn't, like, doubting your ability or anything. No, it's not that. You're quite right. She, by all rights, should be. She simply refuses to evolve, as a sort of power play over me. What? That can't be right. I know that Pokemon are inherently good, but her actions really do seem to be, well, manipulative is a strong word, but it rather fits. I cannot imagine what more she wants. I have given her all my attention, fair but effective training, the highest quality food, and increasingly the last dregs of my sanity. I know a lot about Pokemon, but I've never heard of something like this. I certainly did not expect this to be the sort of lady troubles I'd have to deal with. Stay strong, man. Getting bullied by your little flabebe. No! No! You're not allowed to change my routine! I don't like change! You can't say something different? No! Jeez, is that the bell already? Go on then, get out of here. No! That'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. As you walk into the cafeteria, you suddenly notice a diverse group of students standing around at a table with a not-so-recognizable figure at the center. Eesh, they don't look happy. Well, except Dawn.
With Phobos here, we absolutely cannot afford to put forth anything less than our absolute best. Our success as coordinators depends on our success in the Millennium Drop Water Festival contest. That's why I need to call another meeting this evening.
I get that this contest is really important, but what does Phobos being here have to do with that?
He's one of the school's board members, and one of the richest too. No wonder if our tuition's been going to him. Brandon and I were really hoping for a break, though. Look, battlers don't take us seriously. They never have. There's a reason the only region where contests are actually popular is Hoenn, and it's just because they were invented there. If we want battlers to take us seriously, if we want World Contest Champion to be... If we want battlers to take us seriously, if we want Contest Champion to someday hold the same weight as World Champion, then we need to be serious. I was going on a date, though.
There are more important things to do today than go on dates, Klara.
I've attended all these emergency meetings so far, but it's tiring, more so than I'm accustomed to handling.
I'm not asking any of you to do more than you can do. I'm only asking you to do the most you can do.
I guess we have to. None of us are going to walk away from direct instruction by Alicia anyway. But I still don't get what that pompous blowhard Phobos has to do with this. Is it not apparent? Just tell us. Well, if he's a coordinator, he will be inclined to assist us, monetarily, no? He wouldn't want to do that if it turns out there's no amount of money that could make us shape up, though.
That's exactly right. That's why we need to win the Millennium Drop Water Festival contest.
Does she have to say the whole thing every time?
To prove to Phobos that the Coordinated Club deserves just as much funding as the battle team.
That'll never happen. Kobakon's battle team is legendary. Besides, they've got the Tamamushi family bankrolling them now.
Exactly. They don't need the school's funding. They can just reach into Tamamushi's pockets, and I happen to know for a fact that Phobos isn't overly fond of the battle team. I'm sure we can get him to divert some funding, but only if we prove to him we're worth it. That's why I don't want to see a single non-Kobakan student in that winner's circle, and that's why we're having an emergency meeting after school today.
Yes, Liz. Cheer up, guys. More practice just means we'll shine even better when the contest happens.
Huh. Seems like Dawn's the only one who doesn't mind the intense training. I guess since she's already used to the battle team, this probably feels easier. The Coordinator Club eventually disperses. Right, I should go find a table now. No, I shouldn't.
Oh, wow, Alex, I totally didn't notice you here.
Hey!
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that you're easy to miss. You're really not. I was just surprised, that's all. Oh, but that reminds me, I've got really bad news. We're going to have to postpone our date.
I figured. Nothing that can be done about it, though. Alicia's really serious about training you guys. Just the way it is. I've got something tomorrow, but how about a rain check to Thursday?
Huh? Why would we need to delay it that long?
Well, I mean...
Oh, it's because of Leaf, isn't it? I'm sorry, I know exactly what you're talking about. She's always dropping out of her commitments. We don't need to delay more than a few hours. We can meet up after the Coordinator Club meeting. I'll just meet you outside Relic Hall.
Huh. Wouldn't that be after curfew, though?
Yeah, but... well, just between you and me, I've heard a lot of shady stuff about Silver. Everyone in Poison Class says that he's got a gang that he runs with, and... did you hear when he cussed out Lance earlier this year? I think he's a nice guy, of course, just a bit awkward, but he acts like a delinquent sometimes, and he and Grusha often meet up in a shady alley in the city. I can't imagine what they're doing, but, well, I'm pretty sure Grusha's giving Silver money for something.
Ooh. Spicy gossip. Silver's a good guy. Whatever he's doing, I'm sure it's nothing as bad as it looks. Your confidence in Silver is resolute.
Well, yeah, like I said, obviously he'll be a good night watchman, but that's only one, right?
Huh? Nah, Skylar's really diligent. She takes her job super seriously, at least as much as she can. She really wants to help and protect people, and if preventing them from going out does that, she'd do that the best she can. Your confidence in Skylar is also resolute.
Yeah, duh, that's what I said. Skyly and Silver are totally on top of things, but they can't cover the entire school by themselves. Sharen's gotta be somewhere, and we both know he's an incompetent mess. I mean, that's what I've heard.
I guess that makes sense. Then where...
Oh, I just had this idea, totally off the top of my head, but since you're here, would you like to come with me to today's Emergency Coordinator Club meeting? Not to do anything, I'm just asking if you'd like to watch. If it's after classes, let out.
Ah! Ugh, my brain! Read!
Not to do anything, I'm just asking if you'd like to watch. It's after classes let out, so I guess you wouldn't have any free time. But watching one of Lycia's club meetings is really a one-time experience.
Huh. Yellow mentioned she might want to watch that too. Maybe if I go there, I'll run into her. On the other hand, I might want to do something else this evening, but like Klara said, this is a one-time thing. Besides, all the other coordinators are going to be at the meeting. Sure. Let's go.
Really? Awesome. I love how you think all my ideas are so good. Your support means a ton to me. That's a really admirable trait. Just another reason I like you.
See you later then.
See you later then.
Where is she going? This is the cafeteria. Maybe she's eating in the garden again? Well, whatever. I'm in the mood for toad scroll rims? Yum. That sounds disgusting. Melody's table. Just don't. Game, you can't tell me what to do. You can't... Right, what else we got? Minus 104 with Sharen. We can sit at every table. Part of me... Ah, fuck it, I'm sorry. This is a bad idea. Save time! Overwrite save file, yes. Go to Melody's table. Sit at the table. You walk up to Melody's table, but no sooner had you swung a leg over the bench than... You can't sit here. Excuse me?
You know what I said.
Why can't I sit here, Melody?
Think of a reason.
What? You want me to think of a reason? A reason I'm not allowed to sit here?
That's what I said.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious.
And don't call me Shirley.
I wasn't. Guess you didn't hear the comma. Don't call me Shirley. You're Shirley, and I'm telling you not to call me.
Or talk to me, or look at me, or really even think about me. My name's not Shirley, but... Someone's been watching too much Airplane, or Airplane, whatever it's called. That's a great film, by the way. If you haven't seen it, you really should go and watch it. This, what's his name? Nielsen. Leslie Nielsen? I think that's his name. He's really funny in it.
Sure. Are you done, Shirley?
For now. I'm going back. I'm going back. This is a bad idea. Go to Melody's table. Sit at the table. Melody ignores you. Eventually, you leave the table of your own accord and search for more hospitable pastures. No! I'm gonna... Oh, I can't just keep repeating it. Oh, damn it. Okay. By the way, this is something I did want to quickly mention. Forgot about it up until now. This has been very much redone. The Foreveralls menu has been made to look a lot cleaner. It really has. I think it was a dingo in the Discord that's been working on it, and they've done a fantastic job. You've now got sections for moves, so you can see exactly what Foreveralls you've got access to, or what moves you've got through Foreveralls. It shows you how much liberation it will take to get there. You've got all the different forms you can take. For example, I've got Alola Ninetales or regular Ninetales. I could swap between the two with Aurora over there. I've got Mega Absol, which I now have access to, which, to be honest, I should probably give that to Barrow, because that would be really cool, which I wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't gone through and checked out my forms. And you can also set custom loadouts, like for example the Wide Guard Pikachu Everall loadout that I used to successfully beat the 3v1, which has gone a little bit meta defined. That could be set to a custom loadout in this screen, and you can just access it whenever you want rather than having to go through and custom and like manually put all of your single Foreveralls back on. So yeah, Dingo's done a fantastic job with this. You can also see the actual Foreveralls by Pokemon here. You can see what type of Foreveralls it will sort them. You can sort them by category, alphabetical, and index order. So yeah, Dingo, you've done a fantastic job. Very, very well done on this. It looks fantastic, and yeah, brilliant job. But for now, we're going to go and sit at a table. And it's probably going to be... Yellow can tell you about Brendan. I don't need to know about Brendan, baby, because I've got everything I need to know stored in my memory. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I just burst into song there. That'll make sense at some point. Let's go to the independent table. Yeah, let's go to the independent table and sit with my wife.
Oh my gosh, yes, I'd love to help you study.
You can help me with bug types. Maybe that could be an interesting, like, side hustle. Klara proves surprisingly knowledgeable about bug types, actually teaching you far more quickly than you would normally be able to gain. She claims she's only passingly interested in bug types, though. Wow. She, like... Oh, I've already got Klara here to level 3. What is this? Also, that is incredibly cute. Look at that. Just look at that. I love all of these art pieces. I want one of these like me one day. I want to get myself in one of these, in this style. Bug proficiency. I gained a lot more bug there than I thought I would. I think I just need one more fairy, then I can start passing the EXP around a bit more liberally. Don't talk to me, man. I just got who I was rolling for one roll away before I'd have... What? Don't talk to me, man. I just got who I was rolling for one roll away before I'd have sparked pity. What does that even mean? Those are definitely words. That's some gacha thing, because he's like a gacha gamer. Ah well, let's go general studies.
I so admire the beauty of bug-type Pokemon. Each carapace is more intricate than a finely cut jewel. And of course, bug types are the original weavers. Their spinnerets produce the finest and most delicate of silks. Why am I talking about bug types? No particular reason. Perhaps I've heard that most instructors teach how to fight other types, and I'd rather cooperate. I know. Why don't we ask for some help from Instructor Berg's Galvantula? Both of them have such wonderful taste. We'll try weaving ribbons with Pokemon silk and teach us their patience and precision. Both of those are valuable in battle, I'll have you know. Approaching anything with a rigid mindset will turn it into a chore. Opportunities will come to you if you wait with an open mind. This is why spiders catch their prey with webs. Each strand floats freely in the wind, yet is always prepared to bring home a meal.
Valier introduces a Ribombee, the only fully evolved bug fairy Pokemon. Classmates bond increased. Fairy proficiency increased to 23. And now we can get Aurora to the highest possible level that she can be at the moment until she gains more EXP.
And that's the end of the lecture.
He really is making an effort. This was another one of his class-long lectures, but it was actually about modern, practical, competitive battle strategies. I wonder if I could have helped him and my classmates if I'd said something earlier.
You're all free to go. Enjoy your evenings.
Old Man Oak's eyes linger on Melody, who has been on her phone for the entire class.
Miss Melody,
I'm texting.
that's the issue. You should not be.
Whatever. What is it?
Thursday's test will be extremely difficult. I recommend you pay attention to the lectures I give.
I had Rowan's class last year. I think I'll be fine.
Ugh.
Old Man Oak seems conflicted. He furrows his brow and rubs his forehead. Reach out to Sam. Your charm increased. Hey, Sam.
Lad, I don't believe I've had an opportunity to apologize yet for my teaching methods thus far.
You don't need to. You're new to this. I mean, it worked for me. You got me to memorize every single Pokemon's data, you know? No way we could have known how much went into teaching.
I believe I should have, though. I thought simply having the knowledge, then sharing it would be enough, but it seems that I don't even necessarily have the knowledge I thought I did. Immensely frustrating. And now there's this human element with new troubled student.
It was pretty bad timing.
I didn't create the digital Pokedex on my first try, nor on my 30th. Persistence is all that's required of me now. Still, it's rather demoralizing to realize that a field I thought I'd mastered, I really had no proficiency in at all. They used to scoff at Dr. Katsura's insistence he study the science of teaching before he became a teacher. I imagine a man of his intellect was far past the need to do such things. Foolish of me in hindsight.
Well, we're in a school. There's never a better place to learn new things.
True, but I'd rather it's not at your expense.
Old Man Oak. Well, there's nothing I can do about it now. I should go and meet up with Klara, right? Where does the Coordinator Club normally meet up?
Oh, you're going to watch a Coordinator Club meeting?
Oh, I didn't realize I'd said that out loud. But yeah, that's the plan.
That's so great. It's about time we coordinators get the chance to show you battle team guys what we can do in our arena. We have our meetings in the contest coliseum. I'm going there now if you'd like to come with me.
Sure, let me just go get changed.
Of course. Brendan and I will meet you outside Relic Hall, since both our dorms are there.
You got it. Hell yeah. You go back to your dorm and explain to Leaf and Ethan where you're going. Contests? Yeah, sure, have fun, I guess. Could you sound less enthusiastic?
There's like 2 things you can do with Pokemon, and that's the less interesting one. Get off my back.
Ethan seems to be in a grumpy mood, and you're privately thankful for the excuse to step out. Why? That's another route I'd like to explore at some point. Where are they?
Hey, sorry we're late. Couldn't find my scrunchie.
Completely fine. I wasn't here long. That's her dress from the anime. I didn't see that in all the assets I'd put together. That looks fantastic. And Brendan, my god. I would wear that coat, like, unironically. Hey, you ready to go, bro?
Alex, are you alright? Your face is all flushed.
I mean, this speaks to me. If you show up with 2 seriously hot people like this, who am I to compliment? Do I compliment the man? Do I compliment the lady? Do I compliment both? Or do I say nothing? What would you do? I don't know what I would do. I mean, I'm going to base this off of who I've incidentally managed to get to a higher level. And I think we've got May at level 3 and Brendan at level... where is he? 4. We compliment Brendan, baby! Why did May get... Someone got it. Hey, thanks, bro. You too. From one brother who puts in the work to look good to another, respect.
Do you like our outfits? Brendan sewed them himself.
I mean, I just used the pattern. I didn't create the designs. This one's based on the outfit of a Kanto Rockstar called Ryuki, but I guess they're pretty good. I like Ryuki. Don't require repairs all the time. Most contest outfits are built to be light, so they fall apart pretty often. I try to make outfits that bring out the best in the wearer, and don't require bucket loads of cash to keep running.
You're so practical, sweetheart.
We're running a bit late though, and Liz will tear off our heads if we're not there and in position in time.
I swear, the only one who can keep up with her is Dawn.
Well, Liz did specially recruit her. Dawn's the entire reason we've even got Liz.
Well, Dawn and Caleb anyway. And we're so grateful.
I get that, but what Liz says about needing to try harder to be taken seriously than battlers is real true. I see where she's coming from, honestly.
Yeah, she's not wrong, just intense.
Anyway, that's why we gotta hurry to the contest coliseum. Come on. Yeah, sure thing. Just one question? Where is it? What?
Alex, it's right behind the battle hall.
That's not on my map.
Alex, can I see that map?
Sure.
Peeking out from the sides.
Oh, it's such an inventive use of like the Renpai engine. That's so cool.
Okay, you're right. It's not on there, but
Brendan points to the big silver building that is, as the Hoenians say, behind the battle hall. It's there, bro. I thought that was part of the city.
A little bit, but the campus extends into the city for a few blocks. That map you have is pretty zoomed in.
I've been here 2 months and I'm now just learning this. Jeez. Please don't tell Leaf. I'd never hear the end of it.
Oh crap, we gotta go, like triple time. Run!
Run, babe, run, bro!
Brendan and May lead you to a familiar location.
First, the outside of the battle hall. And then to a new location, the outside of a shining silver building that you must assume is the contest coliseum.
Meow.
Before pulling a sharp turn around the back of the building. Through the back, and east ready to the practice room, and Liz might not see us coming in this way. Directly? You didn't mention the hallway. This is cute! This just looks like my old rehearsal room when I was studying drama. When I was like studying it in university. We had a hallway that looked like was filled with posters of all the shows and plays and recitals that we were doing. I've been on one of those posters. I wonder if I have any pictures of it, but yeah, like I remember seeing my poster on one of these pillars. Like it's not exactly a one-to-one, but like the glass windows at the sides with like this is very, very, very familiar. Oh, it's bringing back nostalgia for me. Oh man. I'd love to find some videos of some of the old performances that I did back in the day and show you guys, but I think I've lost them all to the sands of time. I quit the drama industry after a while of being professional in London, and I kind of didn't really keep many of the recordings of like rehearsals and stuff I did, but if I find any, I will show you. It's just at the end of this. We're almost there. Oops. We're too late. Why is she wearing... That's very on the nose. I like it. Hey, Klara! We're back. Yeah, boy! I am the first official Klara cosplayer. In fact, no, wait there. Wait there. I am the first official Klara cosplayer. It's not quite the same colour, this is a little bit faded, but I am the first official Klara cosplayer. I just need to change my hair colour next, and it's going purple on Thursday, so maybe I'll try again. It's not quite the same colour, but it's all good. But yeah, I'm the first official cosplayer, baby. Oh, God. I really shouldn't be wearing this. It's absolutely roasting here in the UK today. But I don't care. We're too late. You gave me a +1. Tia! Ah! Oh.
Hi, Alex. You're here? I didn't know you were going to watch one of our practices, Alex.
Oh, thanks, Jasmine.
How lovely. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Alex. I thought about inviting you for a while now, but...
Hell yeah!
Well, I was worried you'd find it a bit boring, I guess.
Even Serena's cool.
So it seems you have an interest in contests, too. Aren't you the Renaissance man? A versatile mind is an attractive quality on its own merits. Oh, you actually came. I'm so glad. I hope you keep your eyes on me.
+10.
Alex, right?
That's me.
Why do I know you?
I beat Dawn in the quarter clashes.
Oh, that's right. Right, and there's that Pikachu. I remember now. Well, thank you for bringing my club members here. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to step out of the practice room for now, though. We're just about to discuss strategies for the Millennium Drop Water Festival contest, and we don't want to let any secrets spill out.
Totally fine.
If you would like to watch our practice performance, you can head out to the open air stage. It's directly down the hallway. Grusha and Kayla Mazel, I believe, to cheer on Jasmine and I.
Sounds like a plan. Sorry for interrupting everyone. Totally fine, bro. Thanks for running with us.
We'll see you in a bit. Remember, it's a straight line down the hallway.
I don't think I'm going to get lost going down the... And I'm lost. Oh man, this looks exactly like one of my old rehearsal rooms as well. Like, even the two windows. How... This is wild! Do they all just look the same or something? Is that it? Oh, madness, madness. I don't think I'm going to get... Honestly. I swear, the exact moment I step off the map Leaf gave me. Yeah. Okay, now I just need to retrace my steps, right? Let's just... You turn around to grab the door handle and leave this ready room you find yourself in when strangely... Huh? Did the lights just flicker? Bigger. Yeah, let's get out of here, bud. Clunk. Wait, what? Why isn't the door opening? What's happening? Is it... But before you have time to panic too much, you twist the doorknob the other direction and the door easily opens. No one saw that. You're cool. You're still cool. You leave the room. There was something in there.
Is there anyone here?
I would love to be able to do like voice effects to be able to do that. That's the next thing I'm going to learn, how to put like effects on like voice acting to sort of make it a bit better.
Is there anyone there? Why not?
It's a Rotom. It's got to be a Rotom. Oh, phew. Here we are. Found our way back to the hallway. Should just be at the end of this maze set, right? Let's go. Wow. My God. I've performed on stages like that, but never to that size. Like, honestly. The fact that this is supposed to be a neglected club, and they have this fucking massive arena just chilling here, that is insane. Back when I was studying drama, like, I would have like died to perform on a stage like this. Honestly, that's insane. Oh man, I do kind of miss the drama world, but at the same time, I'm glad I got out of it because of all the backstabbing and politicking that happens. It's not a fun place to be in. It sounds all great, and the actual act of rehearsing and performing is fantastic, but all the other stuff just makes it toxic. Looks like the coordinators are here already. Yes, and they arrived on stage about half an hour ago. What? No way! I left the practice room before them, like 5 minutes ago. Oh, well, I'm not sure what laws of logic would allow that to be a possibility. I mean, yeah, obviously it's impossible, but... In any case, Serena informed me that you were coming here when the coordinators arrived. We supposed you had some urgent business that dragged you away. No, I just got turned around and ended up in a ready room, but I swear it wasn't for more than a couple of minutes. I fully believe you. Perhaps it's just my own perception of time that's flawed. Calum quickly checks his phone clock. Whatever he saw did not seem to impress him, and he puts his phone back in his pocket. Well, whatever the case, it's not worth thinking of. Look, Grusha's coming back. Oh, you showed up. Thought you'd skipped out. In Grusha's hands, he holds a couple of slushies. Sorry, Alex. Only got 2. Didn't know you'd be here. Nah, it's fine. My stomach feels weird anyway. I'm not sure I could drink right now. Grusha, where did you get those? Is someone running a store here? Only who you'd expect. God, Anya. I'm not sure. Business.
Did someone say a business?
That's uncanny. I've tried that 4 times ever since the election. It works every time.
I guess no one did.
Seriously, how do you do that? You're like a ghost. You just phase into reality whenever there's a chance to make a buck.
Ha! No, definitely not a ghost, but I appreciate the compliment. The only invisible hand I'm about is the free markets.
Well, I'm glad you're mortal. Pretty sure I just ran into a ghost, or I'm going crazy. Got a family history of psychosis. My grandpa thought we were still at war with Unova. Not a good sign.
Wait, what do you mean you're pretty sure you ran into a ghost?
Oh, nothing really. I'm just joking. I got lost and found this empty ready room. The lights flickered and I couldn't figure out how the doorknob worked. It only took a couple of minutes, but I somehow ended up staying there for like half an hour.
In this building?
Yeah, just in the hallway out that door. She seems really serious about this.
Alright, well if no one's in the mood to buy the lint in my pockets right now, I've got another business engagement to handle. See ya, stay thrifty!
Keep it sleazy. As Gardenia walks away, she pulls out her phone. You don't hear what she says into it, but you can make out one word. Commission. Is she making something for someone? How bizarre. Xenoans, they think they see spirits, gods, and fairies, whatever, around every corner. That's just a stereotype. Instructor Winona's a devout archaeist, and she's not Xenoan. Instructor Winona needs to believe the universe has some sort of plan to not have a nervous breakdown every 10 minutes. Conversation trails off as Grusha, Calum, and you all turn your attention to the stage, where the coordinators are performing rigorous drills of segments of their performances.
Hi, Alex.
Oh, hey, Yel. Couldn't find something to do again?
Guess not.
Please, take a seat with us.
Thanks.
I must confess, I said I'd come out here to support Serena, but I'm not quite certain what we're watching. Same. I don't think Paldea even has a contest league. I've seen Jotonian contests before. Jasmine's done those, and I came out to watch them then. But Kobakanian contests are different, aren't they?
Yeah. In Kobakan, instead of having 5 different contest tracks, there's only one kind of contest. Whether you try to appeal through showing off the toughness of your Pokemon, or their beauty, or their coolness. It's up to you. You don't even need to stick to doing a specific kind of appeal throughout the entire contest.
Interesting. That's not how it works in other regions, is it? Nope. Kobakan likes to be contrarian like that. You gaze at the stage, trying to make out the performance. May spinning around in the background. You can't hear anything that's being said, though. Looks like a few of them are singing. Pardon my ignorance, but they all seem to be performing simultaneously. Are these team-based contests, then?
No. 5 performers all simultaneously in Kobakanian contests. 5 performers all perform simultaneously in Kobakanian contests. They all fight for the judge's attention. But it's not really fighting, because you can get points for making... She's just spinning in a circle! She's just...
Man, they really did have, like, the best time with Tia, didn't they? They did have the best time. Fascinating. What a wonderful spirit of cooperation. Are we not going to acknowledge that Phoenicia just appeared out of thin air? It's amazing what they can do with special effects nowadays, isn't it? You and Yellow share a look. There really is such a thing as being too unflappable.
Anyway, yes, so they all perform at the same time. In this region, the performances of the trainers are considered just as important as those of the Pokemon. So every appeal has 2 parts to it, the performer's performance and the Pokemon's move.
Curious. Seems as though there's a sort of science to this. It appears the human performer's appeals... It appears the human performer's appeals fall into 3 different categories. Audio's one of them. Singing and playing instruments. Physical appeals are important too. Dancing and acrobatics. Perhaps even feats of strength could be considered.
The third kind of appeal are prop-based appeals, or just props. These appeals use external factors like juggling, pyrotechnics, or magic tricks.
Ah, like those hidden wires that just allow Tia to fly. Sure. Yes, that is correct. So who's judging this thing? May spinning around in the back again.
Oh, Copacanian contests have 3 judges. I think Instructrice Fantina will be one of the judges for the Millennium Drop. It's pretty useful to know who the judges are ahead of time, so you can tailor your performance to them.
Sensible. They'll be wanting to see specific kinds of appeals, won't they? Techniques that demonstrate your Pokemon's toughness might not go over well for a judge who's in the mood to see a cute Pokemon display. I've been there before. When I still boarded, there'd be some judges you knew weren't in a good mood. Nothing you did would squeeze a point out of them. That's why you needed to keep an eye on which judges seemed the most excited. If you managed to push a judge over the edge, they'd award you a ton of points. And of course, after they were satisfied, they'd want to see something else, so you couldn't rely on the same trick forever. Probably for the best. A contest where one performer does the same things over and over sounds rather dull. I could have lived with it.
Sounds like it's the same for Pokemon contests as it is in snowboarding then. Once a judge awards a jackpot, they usually start looking for something else, though they become easier to get excited since they've been warmed up.
You know a ton about these contests, Yellow. Are you sure you don't have any interest?
I couldn't do it. I mean, even if I was interested. The coordinators, everyone up on stage, they're just so brave and beautiful.
A moment passes, as Grusha, Calum, and you all lock eyes and communicate in the universal man language of eyebrow waggles. The manguage, if you'll pardon the pun. You nod and come to a silent agreement. All of them at the boys. I can't read the words "the boys" now without thinking of that goddamn show. You know what, I'm going to try and do something here. We're going to splice all these together. You're beautiful too, Yellow.
Thanks, but please don't say that.
Of course. Como desees. I need to learn more Spanish. I don't even understand how the structure of the language works. It's one of those weird languages that... Oh, it's not weird, but it's like it's one of those weird things where, like, the words are structured in a different, like, tempo and rhythm. So it's, like, very difficult for me to say. So if I read, like, como está, like, it's gonna look, like, very different. We meant it, though.
Don't.
She just don't like compliments. Yellow, you and the boys watch the contest with a passive interest. You start to notice little oddities, though. Perhaps 2 singers are singing at slightly different rhythms. May's dance steps are not perfectly coordinated, and she stumbles once or twice. After a while, Jasmine has to excuse herself from the stage and sits down in the front row as she recovers her breath. And Klara's sportswear clashes somewhat with the other coordinator's formal outfits, even at the addition of a mink coat. Well, this isn't exactly mink, but... Meanwhile, Tia seems to be entirely unaware of the other performance, dancing to a tune only she can hear. Licia dashes between the performers, providing advice, straightening outfits, providing guiding notes for their vocal performances. But she's clearly sweating. Only Dawn has a performance you could call flawless, but you can't help but feel that her performance is lacking in some originality. Of course, you don't recall ever seeing a Pokemon contest of any nature before, so you're not sure where this impression is coming from.
Oh, that looked like it hurt. Should I? Oh no, she's okay.
I'm just gonna say it. I mean, we're all thinking it. They're trying very hard, and we should be proud of them. Oh. What? Did you think I was gonna say something else? Have more faith. I suppose Licia has only had them for less than a month.
There were a lot of coordinators who were part of the club before who just joined as hobbyists. After you convinced Licia to take over, most of the club dropped out. There used to be around 40 of them.
And now there's less than a fourth of that number. Did I do something wrong by asking Licia to teach?
You did something you thought was right, that you thought would help people at the time. That's all anyone can do, really.
No te preocupe. Right, I'm gonna take some Spanish lessons. I've decided I'm gonna start learning Spanish on like Duolingo or something because I can't keep reading Grusha. Alright, next update I will have learned a little bit of Spanish, okay? Because it's pissing me off. The only reason they're worrying about making a splash at the Millennium is because now there's actually a chance they might. Before Alicia? Nah. Making a splash? I do more than ice puns. Anyway, what Yellow and Grusha say is right. You helped the coordinators, the one who wanted to work for it, out. I guess you might have upset a few hobbyists, but you gestured vaguely at the large building you're in. Seems like a bit of a waste for the school to have spent this much money on a club that doesn't get stuff done. I suppose there's some truth amongst your points. Thank you for your support, you two. Anytime.
Looks like they're wrapping up. It's getting kinda late, so we should probably head back to the dorm, Alex.
You don't look excited. Come to think of it, Ethan was in a bad mood earlier as well. Did something happen between you two?
Not between us.
Looks like Yellow's actually mad. I didn't think that was possible. I wonder what happened. Yes, let's... Grusha? What is it? What's she doing here? Who? Oh, no. Oh. Watching the coordinators. Not a crime. What are you doing here? I'm here to support Serena. Keeping an eye on Jasmine. Got it. Your girlfriend's dragged you here. Hold on now. You kidding? Me and her? Her and me? We're friends. We're friends. Nothing more. There's not even the potential for more. Can you see that working? Really? There's so many reasons that's not happening. I mean, the very idea beggars the imagination with a multitude of factors. Not happening. Ever. This is so effing high school. Fine, your friends who are girls but not girlfriends dragged you here. What about you, Blondie?
I just think they're pretty.
This is so sad. You're literally gonna make me cry. Right, I'm gonna join the team. Be right back. Later, Alex. Huh? Join the team? What did she mean by that? And why didn't she ask me why I'm here? You've grown far too comfortable being the most interesting person in every room. You're going to have to learn to realize that occasionally people wish to interact with each other without using you as a medium. Fuck you, Shirin. If you keep living in my head, I'm going to start charging you rent. Yeah, boy. I made a song about being rent-free. It was in the last episode of the Astrid mod. Go check it out if you're interested. Meanwhile, backstage, you are fretting over the rapidly approaching Millennium Drop Water Festival contest. That's Dawn? Who's you? You is Dawn, isn't it?
Phew! Great work, everyone. I'm really proud of you. I can definitely see the diamonds that you'll become. Thanks, Alicia. I can't feel my legs.
My legs? I'll give you a massage when we get back to the dorm.
Thanks, sweetie.
That Birch girl.
Brandon takes his contest seriously, but it feels like Mage just along for the ride. I hope I don't have to give him a different training partner. Their rapport is fantastic, but I'm not sure they're effective at training together. Too soft on each other. I think I lost my voice. I've never sung that long, not even at the theater. You might want to hold off on your theater appearances in the lead up to the Millennium Drop Water Festival contest. Huh? Other people might see your performances and come up with a performance that totally overshadows you. Since you focus a lot on audio appeals, using Pokemon moves that draw attention away from audio-based performances could really mess you up. Ah yes, you've been focusing on training your voice, haven't you, Misty? As much as I can, but projecting my voice only works so much. I'll still never be louder than a sound-based move, a move that causes a massive explosion, a move that changes the weather, or a move that uses wind in some way. All it takes is one guy with a vendetta against you and an Exploud to completely drown out any chances you'll have of the judges noticing you. That's why it's so important to practice routines. Simple physical moves like biting, kicking, punching, and slicing moves are really easy and fast to execute. Even if someone tries to throw off your performance, you can stay focused if you're doing a simple routine like that. Such routines are not likely to be notably impressive though, no? No, but it's better to pull off an unimpressive technique flawlessly than to fall on your face when trying to pull off a trickier one. Me too! Same to you, Venetia. I still have no idea what she's saying. I just don't have time to hire an interpreter for her, but I really don't see her having much success in the contest anyway. She doesn't pay attention to the other performers at all. Excuse me? Ah, it's her! What do you want? Wow, guess I made a splash. Water pun. What? What's the deal? I don't bite. I've never seen this girl before, but it looks like my pupils are familiar with her, and not in a good way. Alright, Liz, you can get along with everybody. Build that bridge. Hi, I'm Licia, the Coordinator Club's advisor. We just finished practice, so I'm afraid the other club members need to go back to their dorms now. But is there something I can help you with? Yeah, I'd like to join. Okay, this wasn't part of the script I expected. Okay, I'm not sure we're accepting any new members right now. But if you think you have a strong case and you're not afraid to work really hard at it, I'll hear you out. Okay. I've spent years mastering my singing technique. My breath control is precise, and my vibrato is consistent at 5.5 to 6 oscillations per second. I can sing from G2 to C6 with perfect pitch accuracy. I can control dynamics flawlessly, ranging from 30 to 90 decibels, and my melismatic runs can execute 15 notes per second with a precise intonation. Right. Melismatic runs are annoying as fuck, and they only do anything in musical theatre. Everything else, like, melismatic runs literally only work in stage performances because they just end up sounding like trash on vocal recordings. So she's in the perfect place if she could do melismatic runs, but if she's not, like, if she's trying to, like, record this, it's gonna sound weird. Like, I struggle with melismatic runs because, like, like, you have to have that sort of, like, jump buffer in between, especially with my sort of vocal range. I find it very difficult to actually do them, but, like, it's hard to sort of explain. I'm not the greatest at sort of, like, vocalizing how I mean, but, like, I've studied in this stuff, and I don't enjoy doing melismatic runs, so if that's her thing, I don't like you, Melody. You're the type of musical theatre performer I don't like. With perfect relative pitch, I can harmonize instantly, and my understanding of harmonic overtones adds measurable depth, as confirmed by spectrogram analysis. Okay, that's one thing we do have in common. I am excellent at, like, off-the-cuff harmony. If I'm singing in a troupe, I harmonize very effectively with people, and it's been noted by, like, industry professionals that that's, like, one of my sort of strengths, is that I can hear, like, a note and immediately find out and pick up what will harmonize with it well. Finally, I've participated in every contest in the Orange Archipelago, with a 75% winning rate. That's every contest. The Tangelo Open, the Pincan Junior Cute, the Beauty Contest, the Kino Memorial Festival, the Pummel Hamlin Unity Concert, the Mandarin Island Orange Archipelago Grand Open, etc. And I was the festival maiden for 7 years running in the Shamuti Island Legend Festival, which is a big thing in Shamuti. Well, that's a very impressive resume. You must be Melody then. I remember hearing about a young woman who was clearing the Orange Archipelago's contest league a couple of years ago. I was also a member of the Coordinator Club during the 2003 to 2004 school year. I never placed anywhere but first. That's a lie! I don't know about all the other stuff you said, but I know that last one's a lie. Why do I know you? We take classes together. Bug? I hate bugs! I'm in a Goldine print swimsuit right now. Water, dumbass! Language? It's fine. I get it now. Red hair and a hand-me-down contest outfit? You must be Misty. What is that supposed to mean? Apple doesn't fall far from its tree, I guess. You're the spitting image of your sisters. Although they were prettier, taller, and apparently smarter. You shut up! Liz, you can't seriously be thinking about bringing her into the club. She's the worst. Not the worst at contests. Besides, I'm not the one causing problems here. I'm qualified, practiced, I'll win the Millennium Drop for you, Licia. Phobos will give you a blank check. That means a new round of outfits for everyone on the school's dime. You'd have the money to hold any contest you want, right here in Kobacon. Build a new contest hall that isn't haunted to hell and back. Want to make the World Contest Champion mean more? 10 billion would go a long way towards that.
That's Tamamushi level money. I know you won't leave it on the table.
It's true that having Phobos' support would make my dreams of expanding the influence and importance of contests much easier. And truthfully, I think she probably could win the Millennium Drop Water Festival contest. Even now, her resume is legendary for such a young girl. But half my pupils are terrified of her and the other half hate her. She makes a good point, but is it worth the drama? Of course, coordinators thrive on drama, but is it worth that much? Having difficulty deciding? Fine. Expected. I respect you a lot, Licia, so I'm not gonna let you make a wrong decision. If you can't decide, check your phone. You have a voicemail. So listen to it. That'll make the decision for you. Adios. See you in bug class, Misty. No way. You can't really be...
I think I need to listen to that voicemail. I wonder what's in the voicemail. Meanwhile, you are back at your dorm. It's pretty late, right? Where did Klara say we were going to meet? Outside Relic Hall, right? You go back to your dorm where everything is still weirdly still and quiet. Thankfully, since the common area is empty, you're able to sneak back out without much trouble and make your way to the front of the Relic Hall. Speaking of sneaking out of your dorm late at night, careful not to step on that one loose tile near the entryway to avoid waking up your dorm mates, you quickly make your way to the front of Relic Hall where you expect to find Klara. And she's dressed... I don't know what to say. My God. Ah! Oh, lordy, lordy. Oh, dearie, dearie me. And find her you do. Whoa.
Hi. So, what do you think?
I'm not sure where to look, to be honest.
Oh, is it too much?
It's very charming. That's one word for it!
Aw, you're so incredibly sweet. You know that, Alex.
Anyway, where are we going?
Oh, there's a little club that we can go into Cobacon.
There's a little club that we can go into in Cobacon. Okay.
There's a little club that we can go into in Cobacon. It's a great place to hang out late at night.
I think Leaf mentioned that place once or twice.
Ha! Leaf? Like Leaf?
Yeah?
That's a pretty funny thought. Imagining Leaf at this sort of place.
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, I mean, Leaf's not really very... Let's just say she couldn't really handle this sort of place.
What? Is it a rough neighborhood? Is it safe for us to go here this late?
Alex, it's... Actually, it's really scary. But I want to take you somewhere really special. Not just some boring Calosian restaurant you could go to anytime. Will you protect me?
Of course. Don't worry about it.
Great. Are you going to get changed then?
Huh?
Oh, that's what you're going to wear to... I'm sorry. I just try to make myself look good during dates.
Okay. Okay, Klara. Okay. Chill. You need to back the fuck up.
If I'd known you were going to just wear the same clothes you wear every day, I wouldn't have put any effort in. That must be so embarrassing for you. Can you forgive me for caring so much?
Yeah?
Thank you so much. And you're so sweet. Don't worry, you don't have anything to be embarrassed about. People will understand. The club's this way. Follow me.
Where are you taking me? Are you 18? Yeah. The burly bouncer looks over you and Klara carefully. Cause no trouble. If you leave without buying at least 2 drinks, I'm checking your IDs. What? You don't need to do that. I'll show you my ID now. You show the unimpressed bouncer your ID. See? 18. No problems here. Alex Wanzi. Recognize that name. You're the boss's friend, huh? Oh, you're one of Silver's guys. Does he run this place? Ha! You ain't got nothing to do with it, you hear? Oh, okay. He seems pretty adamant. Maybe he doesn't want Silver to get in trouble for whatever they're doing here. You're too young for the fourth package, but you can come inside and get some drinks. Dance, maybe? Just don't ask for anything more.
Alright, we get it. Now come on, let's go inside. It's freezing out here.
Cause no trouble. Where have you taken me? You step into the nightclub, find a booth, and sit down.
Have you ever been here before?
Not nearly cool enough for that. I think Leaf was planning to take me here at one point, though.
Are you sure?
Well, not exactly, but she mentioned it a few times at the same time she was talking about us going into the city together.
You know, you shouldn't take everything she says at face value.
Oh jeez, I know, she's really sarcastic.
Not just that, though. Look, she's a great friend, really. She's so smart and pretty and strong, but sometimes she makes promises and just forgets about them. Something she says matters so much to her could just not matter the next day.
Okay, maybe I'm starting to not like my wife as much as I thought I did. That doesn't sound like Leaf.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I didn't want to bring the mood down. Let's just forget about her. Get some drinks?
The drinking age in CobraCon's 21, right?
Oh, of course. What was I thinking? I'm sorry, in Galar it's 18, and I just got confused.
Actually, right, now I get to flex my UK/Galarian knowledge. In Galar, it's actually 16 if consumed with a meal. But I don't think we're going to be eating here today, unless you count eating face, which is a UK euphemism for snogging, which is a euphemism for making out, which means you get the idea. Bloody hell. Hey, I don't mind. Go ahead.
Aw, it's no fun to drink alone. You won't make me feel lonely when you're right here, will you?
Fuck it, I'm drinking. I'm drinking rum and Red Bull. Or Red Tauros in this universe. Fuck it, let's have a drink.
Wow, really? You're so adventurous. I thought because you were so nice and smart that you would be super straight-laced, but I guess you're a bit of a bad boy, huh?
Well, I don't mean to brag.
I find bad boys a bit sexily. Sexily? What the fuck? I find bad boys a bit sexy, actually.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah, you two gonna order something or just drink our air? I'll take a Lombrero Schweiss, please.
We don't have the money for this, I've just realised. Also, what the fuck is a Lombrero? It's Sombrero Schweiss. Schweiss. Whatever it is. That's a pretty fancy name.
Hey, what about you?
What do you recommend, Klara?
Oh, right. He'll take a Venoshock.
Whoa, is that drinkable?
If you're not a bitch.
Alright. So, what's a Lombrero Schweiss?
Oh, it's a really strong lager from a region just east of Galar.
Germany, bitch!
But it's crystal clear, so you'd never know just looking at it. But it's not actually water, it's poison. Tastes completely different, though.
Huh. Could I try a sip?
What? No, you're... that would be an indirect kiss.
You've already kissed. Oh, right.
I'm really shy, you know. You...
Hang on a minute. What's going on here? What is going on here? We made out the... oh my god. There's something about this. There's something wrong here. But hey, how does a shy girl like you learn about a place like this?
Oh, well, I just kind of grew up around places like this.
In Galar, right?
Yeah. I mean, Yeppers.
What?
I grew up in Spikemuth. It's a small town in Galar. Most people don't pay attention to it. Especially after Rose built a roof over it, just to cut us off from those Coronite lines. Anyway, it's a dark place where there isn't much to do except drink, battle, and sing. So there's a lot of places like this.
Sounds rough.
The gym leader, Piers, tries to keep our spirits up by holding concerts for us every week, but I guess he's the only one allowed to sing. Even though he's the entire reason Spikemuth is a dark shithole because he's too damn stubborn to just do what Rose wants.
I'm sorry, I really don't understand the situation there, but it sounds rough.
You really are sweet.
I'm a bit confused though. Raihan and Nessa wear Galarian gym uniforms, right? And I've seen you wear one too. Does that mean you worked for Piers?
Oh, no. No, Piers trained dark types. I was a gym leader for the poison type gym in the minor league.
Galar has a minor league?
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Galarian League sounds complicated. Nah, bruv, I'll tell you how it works. Basically, if we're basing it off of the football pyramid, the minor league is like, how would I put this in like American terms? It's like the D League for baseball or something. Like, if you perform well enough in the minor league, in contests and in your league performance, then you get promoted to the major league. How come you're not taking poison classes at Kobacon then? Come to think of it, how come you're at Kobacon at all?
Oh look, here come our drinks.
I don't trust her. I'm sorry, she's hiding shit. The hostess tosses you your drinks on the counter, spilling a few drops, and stands there waiting expectantly. You pay up front. Can we put them on our tab?
No, that is a mandatory tip at 35%. Comes out to $470.
I have 3,593 right now. Fuck it, we're paying. I'm sorry, I pay for my drinks on the first date. Well, I'm the guy, so it's the gentlemanly thing to do. Fuck your gender stereotypes. It's a personal preference of mine to pay up front. Nothing to do with the fact that I am a man. I have been on dates with men and women where I have been paid up front, or I have paid up front myself, and I've had the other person pay up front. It's nothing to do with the fact that I'm a man. It is nothing to do with the fact that the other person may be a man or a woman. It's just my personal preference, because I like being in charge. You pay for the drinks. Hell yeah.
What a gentleman you are. Alright, bottoms up.
Let's get pissed. Klara begins drinking, and her cheeks take on a red flush almost immediately. As for you, Venoshock, huh? I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be bubbling. I'm screenshotting that and sending it to my friend, because I have had a running joke with one of my friends, the good man Rasmus, better known as Hamlet, where he says no balls to literally everything. So seeing it here, spoken by a true Galarian, perfect. Sorry?
Huh? I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. No balls. You sniff the Venoshock, and you're pretty sure that its fumes have measurably lowered your IQ. Ah, what the hell. I only live once. Gotta be better than Grandpa's moonshine. Moonshine is delicious if it's brewed correctly and has the right flavourings in it. Moonshine is delicious. There's a company called, I think it's O'Donnell's, that do like caramel popcorn moonshine, and my god, it is the stickiest, tastiest drink I've ever had in my entire life. It honestly, I have not had a drink that tasty, ever. It's that good. You take a big swig of the Venoshock and suddenly Rizz the having.
Hey, why aren't you looking at me?
Colors are pretty? Is there a window open? I feel coldy. Not that word, I mean, not hot.
Whatever, just look at me. Look, we're on a date. You're dating me before anyone else.
That's not true. No, Nessa was first.
Oh, she doesn't count. No, she doesn't count, and we all know why.
You got a big indignant feel, but your word mouth is... Word mouth is... You got a big indignant feel, but your word mouth is not working right now.
You know, it's super cool that you're here with me now. I feel like I can tell you anything, everything.
Klara leans forward provocatively.
Want to know a secret?
Sure. Nope. Oh.
Oh, I I can't believe I said that. Wow, my drink must be really strong. There's no way I'm going to remember anything that happens tonight. Anything you tell me.
Okay, she's not actually drunk. Firstly, she's a poison type specialist, so she'd know how to handle alcohol. Secondly, she grew up in Spikemuth in Galar, which the UK is known for its very over-the-top drinking culture and people that are able to handle a lot more alcohol than other people. I still believe that the entirety of the UK could outdrink the entirety of America, but that's a separate debate. So she's not drunk at all. She's had this one drink and she's pretending to try and get information out of me.
I told you a really embarrassing secret, so would you mind telling me one of yours, since I won't remember anyway?
Why is she trying to get information out of me? I've got a friendly power. It makes me able to make friends more easily.
Ha! Silly, I knew that. Everyone knows that. No secrets. You really are perfect then. Shh, that's no fun. Tell me something fun.
Sure. What?
Tell me who you've got a crush on.
Astrid. I guess there's nothing wrong with telling her. I mean, none of the men in the game. I haven't done a man run yet. It's a woman. Yellow. There's a cherry. I kind of want to pick someone totally random. We say Leaf? I feel like there's going to be more dialogue if we say Leaf. I mean, it's obvious. Not Tia, because that's very wrong. Sonia, Skylar, Serena, Sabrina, Rosa, Nessa, Misty. Yeah, let's say Leaf.
I'd be careful about her. She doesn't really mean the things she says, you know? Like, she'll say that she wants to go on a date, then push it off for a month hoping you forget about it. Or she'll say you're besties, then never mention you to her friends. Like with me. Oh, I mean, that's just what I've heard. I personally actually like her a lot.
No, you don't. You're a toxic bee! What? I just said Leaf. I mean, who else? Do I really have anyone? Bianca. Bee, Dawn, Erica, Flannery, Gardenia, Hilda, Janine, Jasmine. Janine?
I mean, everyone says she's so cool and powerful, but she's been at KobaCon for 3 years. That's the definition of a super senior. I think she knows that she's at her peak, and the only way she can feel relevant is by bullying brand new trainers. And the way that she runs about in is shit anyway. She has no idea what she even wants. Oh, I mean...
Also, I can just get information out of her on everyone. Whitney.
Whitney? Look, I have nothing against lesbians, but she's like the definition of a predatory lesbian. She's got more girls wrapped around her fingers and spaghetti around a fork. She just likes having them. Oh, I mean, that's what I've heard. Personally, I actually really... Oh, yeah.
She's just gonna dish... Right. I'm really interested in seeing the rest of these, but in the interest of brevity, I'm gonna skip past. I'm gonna make a save here for my own personal enjoyment. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video about what Klara has to say about everyone, and maybe I'll narrate it. Maybe that'll be a fun little project, so... or maybe I should have made the save beforehand.
No one? So that means you... That means you're available?
Something seems sus!
I guess. Ha! You're so innocent. I like that. But I want to make you not. This place is pretty boring, right? Why don't we go back to campus?
Sure, maybe the cold air will clear out our heads. No, it'll do the opposite. Cold air on a night out makes you feel more drunk. Klara leads you with confidence back to campus, humming a little song. The crisp night air quickly sobers you up, and you can tell your senses have almost entirely returned by the time you reach Relic Hall. To your surprise, though, Klara keeps striding forward, walking right past your dorm hall. I think I recognize that tune. Doesn't it come from like a fast food commercial? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's Brave and Buskins. Wait, where are we going?
Somewhere fun.
Somewhere fun? No, no, no!
Oh, you know about this place then?
Well, geez, I mean, Klara, I'm really flattered, but we're moving pretty fast, aren't we? I mean, I met her yesterday. What are you being so serious about? Come on, we're just gonna have fun. We don't need to make it mean anything. You suddenly become very aware of your own breathing. Sweat begins to form on your brow, your hat's brim betraying you by keeping in the heat. I mean, right. Quite frankly, if I was in the position I was in, where I'd sobered up and I was with someone, whether it be a guy or a girl, and they were intoxicated, I would immediately call it off. You cannot consent when you're drunk, so no.
Oh, aren't you such a gentleman? I'm not, though.
Huh? You were staggering the entire way back.
Yeah, I'm fine now, though. Lumbrero Schweiss wears off quickly.
I'm not sure.
Alex, come on, it's fine.
Save. And I'm gonna call it. And I'm gonna leave y'all on a cliffhanger because I ain't making the choice right now. It's not happening. It's not happening. So thank you very, very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as I've cringed internally at having to read some of this dialogue out. Not that it's badly written, but it's very cringe having to read out, like, my own name, having to narrate someone trying to seduce me. It's like when you hear your own voice back in a recording. So, that's where we're going to leave it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've had a great time. That'll be all for today, and enjoy the rest of your day.